Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. And I'm really sorry if I sound a little bit different. It's because I have had a fever for 3 days and I don't know. I'm kind of feeling tired, like I'm really sick, but I'm just trying my best, so be patient with me. Kazuha, he's a wanderer, and most of all, a poet. Someone who loves nature. And to watch nature, you usually either go out to see the beautiful sights that Mother Earth had to offer, or look through windows. And Kaza never really knew the value of windows until now. You were wearing a shirt with a chest window. And Kaza was not a pervert. He was very polite, very mannered, but sometimes, even he could have his own slip-ups sometimes. But this was a little bit too much. And you ended up noticing how he was staring at you the entire time. And once you caught him, he was a blushing mess. And honestly, that's exactly what you had wanted. So, it's safe to say that your plan was a massive success. Albedo. Albedo's usually very bold. He doesn't need to pretend he doesn't like something, or the opposite. But the fact that you were just so bold as to wear this, and come visit him at work, that was a little bit too much. And you were making, well, working a challenge for him. You wanted to be focused, not distracted by the blue window that you had on. And you were just making things more difficult than they had to be. So that's exactly why he didn't let you go out that time. And instead of taking his lunch break normally, he decided that maybe it didn't just have to be about that bento box you gave him. Maybe you could have some dessert too. But he knew that being patient would get him all that he wants tonight. That's also why he let you go out after maybe 20 minutes. He didn't want people getting suspicious after all, especially not with the way he was staring at you whenever you were there. They would obviously know something sketchy is going on when you were stuck in his office. Oh well, a patient man can wait. And though he was not usually patient when it came to you, he could definitely try. Venti? Venti's not perverted. He really isn't, which makes him very fun. And, best of all, he mostly does not stare. So you feel like you can be free to do anything you want, and wear whatever. But sometimes his attention is really just stuck on you, especially when you look so gorgeous. And the way you just wore the sweat, and the accessories you had on too. Everything looked perfect. And most of all, your smile and your confidence. And that's why just Venti could not keep holding himself back from being all over you, wanting to kiss you. And maybe he did end up giving you just one hickey. Just one. Because you were going out, and he wanted everyone who was looking at you to know that they had no chance of getting with you, especially if they were looking there. Then they deserved to see that coming. And honestly, there was no reason for you to be embarrassed. At least that was in his own opinion. Scaramouche. Scaramouche is extremely shy. And for the most part, he doesn't care what people wear or what they do, but he does care about you. Since you were his girlfriend, and of course, there was a reason they started dating you in the first place. He wouldn't date someone who doesn't give a shit about. So when you wore that shirt, he knew it was all over for him. You looked pretty, and though he usually tried his absolute best to act like he didn't care, sometimes he just made it more challenging than it had to be. And Scaramouche was stuck suffering, trying to hide the blush from his face, and ignore what you were wearing entirely. Perhaps ignore your existence alongside of it. So once he starts ignoring that you're in the room with them, you do know that something's up. and you find it quite cute how he refuses to look at you, and you knew your mission was a success. But it's kind of funny how he keeps pouting whenever you try to comment on how shy he is. He does not like being confronted with the truth. However, if you do want to make it up to him, perhaps get him something nice to eat and give him a kiss. Or two. Don't overwhelm him. He's just trying to get used to this at his own pace. Tighnari? Tighnari knows what's off limits for him and what he can do. And he certainly knows that surely there has to be a way for him to be able to make use of this window, for lack of better words, and make this fun for both of you. So that's why, sometime during the night, when you're about to take the shirt off, he told you to sleep, telling you that he would much rather bury his face in that window. And that's when he bursts out laughing. Oh, Tighnari, such comments are not meant for you. But perhaps if you find a nice way to persuade me, I may let you. Just maybe. Don't take it too far. He definitely takes it too far. But hey, it's fun. For the two of you. Xiao? Xiao gets very shy very quickly. And much like, well, Scaramouche, his animal partner who's also traumatized, he has zero idea what to do. He's got all those feelings and that unwavering stare. But what else can he do? Is there any sort of action he can take? Is he supposed to do something in the first place? He has little to zero idea, and he would much rather be stuck staring at you and wishing he was anywhere else, because this was going to do something to his heart. He couldn't do anything, and staring at you made him blush so brightly that he felt like he was going to just burn or something. And whenever your eyes met, he would feel like he instantly wanted to evaporate because of the way you looked at him. Like you knew exactly what he was staring at, and there was no way that you could hide his real emotions. It was beyond embarrassing for him, truly. And honestly, he would much rather you never speak of this incident again. He does not want to be reminded of the embarrassment that he had that day. But sometimes, when he's away from you, he will replay the image of you in that shirt in his mind for a while. You did indeed look very pretty.